Hey guys, and welcome back on my YouTube channel. It's your boy Troll. In today's video we're gonna be reviewing the top 5 legendary void attacker attack type champions in this game. So make sure to stay till the very end and let us know if you agree with the decision of the public, with the votes of the public, and if you would have voted the same. Now, very important guys, make sure to check the description under this video. You can find my referral link. So if you want to start your own brand new journey in Raid Shadow Legends in 2025, make sure to check my link. By using it, opening an account and downloading the game, you'll get the best 4 epic heroes in this game as it is right now, to have the perfect start, the best start in 2025. So if you want to start the journey with me, go and check the link in the description. Let's start to play together. Now, without any further ado, let's go and check the best Void 5 type attack legendary heroes in the game.
Welcome back.
On top 5 position, after counting all your votes guys, we are back with Romero Drax Blood. He will have the top 5 position in terms of legendary Void champion attacker type as of February 2025. Now you have voted for this champion. I think he's amazing, he's great. I kinda disagree with you guys. I would put him a bit higher. Thanks to his skill set and all his abilities, I do assume that he's a little bit better than that. But after all, we are not here to fight with the public. We are here to showcase the decision of the public. Now, if we're gonna go and check why do you think he's on top 5 position, let's go and check his skills. First of all, he will increase the accuracy in all the battles for your whole team if he's the leader, so always make sure to put him as the leader. If we're gonna check his passive, whenever an enemy places a stun, sleep, freeze, fear, true fear, or provoke debuff on this champion, it will instantly fill this champion turn meter by 30%. So this is great. We're already looking at an extra 30% turn meter. And then he will place a 30% increased speed buff and a shield buff on them for 2 turns. The shield buff is equal to 30% of this champion max HP, which is very important and you have to remember about it when you're gonna build this champion. Now let's go and check his skill tree again. Obviously you're gonna book this champion, you want to invest all your legendary books into this champion. So we're gonna be looking at attacks all enemies, has a 100% chance of removing all buffs from all enemies before attacking. Also has a 80% 100% chance of blocking block active skill debuff for 2 turns on enemy without passive skills. Also has a 100% chance of placing a block passive skills debuffs for 2 turns on enemy with passive skills. Now damage is based on attack, which is very important to remember when you're gonna apply those buffs on your champion. Now if we're gonna go and check his skill number 2, which is the Drake's Fury, he will attack one enemy 4 times, but very important, as you can see you have to scroll a little bit down. A lot of people are missing on this because you do not scroll down. You can increase this to 100%. So the first hit has a 100% chance of placing a 60% decreased debuff. The second one will have a 100% of placing weaken, decreased speed, block buff. So all of this basically with one skill. But do not forget, because he will also have a 100% chance of placing a true field debuff on all enemies, excluding the initial target for 1 turn if the target has 4 or more debuffs after the attack. Again, we're looking at that attack. As you can see, the description of the negative effects are described here below, so if you are missing on something, make sure to check it out. We'll be also looking at his basic skill. Attacks one enemy, has a 100% chance of increasing the cooldown of one of the target skill at random by 1 turn. Has also a 25% chance of placing a stun debuff on the target for 1 turn if a skill has its cooldown decreased to the max. So this is very important, and that's why we're looking at Romero as top 5 position as a void legendary attack type legendary as of February 2025. Let's see now who have you voted, who has more votes than Romero and is on top 4 position. On top 4 position you have voted for Turvold. After counting all your votes, we have exactly counted that Turvold will be on top 5 position, so he will be number 4 in the top 5 attack legendary void champions as of February 2025. He will have the position number 4 after we counted all your votes. Thank you again very much. The link in the description will bring you to the voting count again, so make sure to vote there. Now we're gonna check why you think this champion should be as a top 4 legendary attack type champion from the void section. Because aura, increase ally attack and faction creeps by 42%. This is a very high percentage. It's not 100%, but it is 42%, which is also very good. Then we're gonna be looking at his S3. Attacks one enemy 2 times. damage increase according to the number of buffs on this champion. If the target is skill, reset the cooldown of the skill. So we're looking at a nice nuker resetter. He will reset the skills, his skill, but also other skills if you kill someone. So you want to kill someone with this champion, we're looking at crit rate, Then we're gonna be looking at his attack skill number 2, places a 50% increased attack buff, a 30% increased crit rate, and a 30% increased speed. So this is basically there to help you to one-shot someone, so you can reset his skill number 3. This is a very good skill if you are counting to counter someone, so let's do and look at his skill number 1. Attacks one enemy 2 times, has a 55% chance of placing a 25% weakened debuff for 2 turns. This is obviously also based on attack. You really should invest your books into this champion. Me personally, I do not like him, so I don't recommend him, but after all, the public has voted and we cannot say no. So let's go and check now your votes for the top 3 position. Who do you think is top 3 legendary void attacker as of February 2025? So in top 3 position, you have voted for Baron. Baron is the top 3 attack legendary as per the vote for the public for February 2025. We're gonna be now looking at Baron. We're gonna try to understand why you have voted so badly at Baron and why he is only or maybe 3rd position. So first of all, we're gonna be looking at the aura. Increase all ally attack in battles by 33%. This is a very high percentage. We're looking at 3 and 3, 33%. So if you want to have more attack in all battles, make sure to put him as your leader. Now, in terms of attack, he has 4 skills. Let's check his 4th skill. So first of all, his 4th skill has attacks all enemies, will ignore shield buff and block damage buffs, as well as 50% of the target's defense. This is an amazing nuker. He will make a lot of damage. He will make a lot of people cry, so make sure to check it out. And obviously, this is based on attack. As you can see, his attack is very high. He has a lot of attack because he is an attacker type hero, gender relic. And then we're gonna be looking at his spell number 3, Rictus Charge. Attacks one enemy, damage increase according to the number of buffs on this champion. So you want to champion, buff him a lot because after all he is top 3 champion, so you want to buff your champion and then he will make more damage to other champions. Now if we're gonna be looking at his attack number 1, which is Split Asunder skill number 2, he will place a 60% decreased defense buff for 2 turns. This debuff is guaranteed, so you don't need accuracy, you just need the guarantee. Very good to basically chain your attacks when you're gonna decrease the defense. You're gonna make more attack based on buffs, and then you're gonna ignore shield block damage, which is very important if you want to kill a specific type of heroes. Then we're gonna be looking at his basic attack skill 1, numero uno. Attacks one enemy, will attack all remaining enemies with any surplus damage if the target is killed. So if you do want to kill someone, this is the champion for it. So we are now looking at Baron, top 3 void legendary attack type hero as of February 2025. Thank you very much for your vote. As always, guys, if you agree or disagree with the votes of the public, make sure to leave a comment so we can review it and ignore it. Thank you very much. Let's go check who is top 2 on this list. Top 2 position, we have Quintus the Triumphant, which is the brother of Baron. Here we are looking at the top 2 that you have voted. In your consideration of the best legendary void attacker type champion as of February 2025, you have all voted for Quintus. Therefore, Quintus will be our top 2 champion on this list. Now, he also increased attack, however, only in the arena battles by 35%, which is a very nice percentage to have. It's better than 33. However, it's only in the arena, so you need to consider if you're gonna build him for the arena. Now, in terms of his passive, we're gonna be looking at of each champion skill deals the additional pure damage. The amount of pure damage dealt is equal to 10% of the target's max HP for each buff on them. The additional pure damage will ignore shield buffs. So as you can see, the Banner Lords, they really like to ignore stuff, ignoring everything they can, which is very good if you want to ignore the buff. Then we're gonna be looking at his S3, which is attack all enemy spaces, a 50% increased attack buff and a 30% increased damage on this champion for 3 turns before attacking. Now, reset the cooldown of the strip away skill if this attack kills an enemy. Again, this is also based on attack. So again, we're looking at a champion that if you kill someone, you do something specific, which is very nice if you're actually gonna kill someone, but we never know. You have to build him very strong, very tanky, but at the same time a lot of attack crit damage, which is not that easy to do considering that you might be a new starter, but if you get him, you still should be happy. The public thinks he is top 2. Now if we're gonna be looking at his spell number 2, Strip Away, attacks one enemy, removes all buffs, then places a 60% decreased defense debuff on the target for 2 turns before attacking. These effects cannot be resisted or blocked. This is very important. Regardless if you have accuracy or not, it cannot be resisted or blocked. So therefore, do not consider accuracy as a statistics you would include in the build of this champion when you consider top 2 legendary attack Void as of February 2025. Now also, damage inflicted by this skill cannot be decreased by enemy passive skills or masteries except by the passive skill of bosses. Now, damage inflicted by this skill cannot be increased by either this champion masteries or basically attack. Now, attacks one enemies, this is basically his skill number 1, numero uno, cherry on the cake. Attacks one enemy, places an extra hit if the target has no buffs. If this attack is critical, repeats this attack one more time. Very good, very nice. Queen to stop 2. Thank you for your votes. As always, guys, make sure to leave a comment. Do you agree or disagree? We will actually maybe not read it. Let's go and check who's top number 1. So you have all voted unanimously about Arnon the Shink. He is the top 1 Void Legendary type attack hero as of February 2025. You all decided that he has the damage to make your team shine, and as you can see, his armor is also very shiny. Now guys, thank you very much for all those votes. This choice, Arnon being the top 1, this is an unexpected one. We did not think this would be the top 1. There was a lot of contender to take the top 1 Void Legendary type attack legendary hero as of February 2025. However, you have all decided for him to be top 1, which is a very interesting choice because none of the team would vote for him. However, let's see why do you think so. So first of all, his aura. You will increase attack in all battles by 30%, which is very good. It is not 33 or 35 or 36, but it is 30%, which is also quite considerable. We're gonna be also looking at his passive. The passive effect, which is the Golden King, increases this champion attack by 5% for each active buff on the enemy team, and you can increase it up to 100%, which is it's quite high. You cannot go higher than 100%, right? I mean, it's from 0 to 100%. Active effect prevents this champion death and keep them alive for 1 HP when hit by a fatal hit. Places a stone skin buff on them for 1 turn, then instantly activates the Wrath of skill, then will not place the Wrath of skill on cooldown. So this is very important. Do not forget about this. This is a game changer when you're gonna build this champion. The stone skin buff, believe me guys, not once or twice it will save your life, but way more than that. Then we're gonna be also looking at his skill 3. Attacks all enemies, will ignore increased defense, strengthen, and shield buffs. If this attack kills at least one enemy, decreases the turn meter of all enemies by 50%. This effect cannot be resisted, guys. It cannot be resisted. Again, we're looking at the accuracy, no accuracy. This is not how you're gonna build him. You have to focus. As you can see, damage is based on attack. So we're gonna be basically focusing on the attack. When it comes to Arnon, top 1 Void Legendary attack type champion as of February 2025, decided by the public and the viewers. Now, if we're gonna go and check his skill number 2, so he will attack one enemy 2 times. The damage inflicted by this skill increases by 10% for each HP this champion has lost. If the target is under 2 or more buffs, will also ignore 35% target's defense, and then grants an extra turn if the attack kills an enemy. As you can see, you all like killing and getting extra turns, you cheeky bastards. Now, if we're gonna look at his basic attack, skill number 1, attacks one enemy 2 times, damage increased by 5% for each buff on the target, and also each hit has a 35% chance of placing a stun debuff for 1 turn. So as you can see, guys, less and less I understand your choice, but he is top 1 Arnold the Shinigan legendary attack type hero as of February 2025. You have all voted for him. Now guys, as always, make sure to leave a comment. Do you agree or disagree? Who is your top 1 choice when it comes to attack type legendary from the void section? Also, if you want to also leave your vote, make sure to check the website.